I'm 24 and I'm already dreaming of retirement and spending my time how I want to spend it. However, in order to get there, I have to work hard and plan effectively. And so this is my minimum effort retirement saving plan. So the first step that I've taken, and well, that I still need to take, is working out exactly how much that I need to save for retirement to do what I want to do. And I need to make a bit of a bucket list, to be fair. But one great way that you could do this is going on to the Money Advice service, and they have a really great tool of a retirement calculator. So basically how it works, you go on there, you input like all the information about like your current pension contributions and like how much you actually want to get out at the end of it. And then it will give you a good breakdown of like what you can expect from your pension as well as like from the state pension. So it gives you a nice overview figure of like whether that's going to be enough for the kind of lifestyle that you want to live. But that kind of says, well, you need to know how much you want to save first before you kind of do that. So then my next step, and this is to kind of maximize the employer contribution, or like my employer focused pension scheme. So I'm sure most people are aware, but like for the vast majority of employers, like the employer has to pay into the pension scheme as well as you contribute. So depending on your employer will depend on the sort of pensions that you are kind of enrolled in, and there might be a few options out there. So it's worth looking at what options are available to you, because it might be that you're not getting the most out of your employer pension and that there are some better alternatives out there. Now, from my perspective, like I'm going to try and maximize my contribution. So like if I can contribute more and then the employer will match that, then I'm always going to do that. And I think like that is a really great way, because I know some people kind of my sort of age or younger who like they, with their employer pension, they've opted out of it. And to me, like even though at that age you're not necessarily getting huge contributions, they're missing out on the free money which the employer is going to contribute to them on their behalf. So to me that doesn't make sense, because they're going to have to work harder for that money further down the line and contribute more of their own money further down the line. But again, that's kind of them, that's not me. But yeah, so that's going to be my plan. So the next part of my plan is to use a SIPP. So in case you don't know what this is, that is a self-invested pension plan. So essentially what this means is that you have a pension pot and you can do with it what you want. So you could invest it into different funds, you can invest it into different stocks, or you could hold it in cash, but there wouldn't really be any benefit in doing that, because if you're using a self-invested pension plan, then it's going to lose money in real terms due to inflation if you just hold it in cash. So my plan with this is to consolidate all of my existing workplace pensions, apart from my current ones, into a SIPP. I've not chosen which provider I'm going to do yet, but there are some providers out there who consolidate it on your behalf. So basically they will contact all your different employers and kind of get all the pensions into one place and then put them into a fund. So that's going to be my plan. And then if I have any money to spare that I'm not using into my other kind of investments and savings, then I will put some into there so that it's got room to grow over the long term. And I think for me, I'm going to probably put this into like a target date retirement fund. So essentially what a target date retirement fund is, it basically says it on the tin. So what you would say is, you would say like, say I wanted to retire in 2050, for example. I'm probably not going to be retiring at 2050, but the year 2050, let's say that I want to retire. What this fund would do is it would put 100% of your money for now into stocks, into the stock market, in a variety of different funds to like kind of maximize the gains. And then as you get closer and closer to 2050, closer to your target retirement date, then it will put more of that money into bonds. So it automatically adjusts over time to be less risky, with the idea that by the time you come to retire, you have the maximum amount to live off with the minimized risk. So I think I'll probably end up doing that, but like we'll kind of see how that pans out, I guess. So yeah, I mean, those are the kind of main points, but I think that at the moment, there's two key ages for me in my pension plan. So 55, that's the age at which you can start to withdraw your self-invested pension plan, but you can't actually get your state pension until you are 68. So that kind of means that you're holding off for a bit of money. I've not decided exactly when I want to retire yet, but I think for me it's a case of building towards that eventual end goal and thinking about it early, because I know that some people get to like 40s, 50s and they've got nothing in the pension, and then they have to work really hard to build up. Whereas I think the longer that I can do it and the earlier that I can do it, the better position that I will be in further down the line, and maybe even the earlier that I can retire. So if you're not sure exactly how the pension withdrawal plan works, at the moment, and this is the thing, it can always change, like especially with the state pension age, it keeps getting later and later and later. So I don't want to kind of decide too much too soon. But certainly with the pension withdrawal rate, so at the moment you can withdraw 25% of your pension when you reach the age, so that would be 55 in this case for the SIPP. You can withdraw 25% of that as a lump sum, and then the rest you can have in like annual or monthly installments. So like, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to that a bit further down the line, because at this stage there's no point making a decision about that, because especially with the kind of different governments and stuff, it can always change. There's always the room for it to change. I don't have the certainty to be able to say I'm going to do this because of this. So yeah, I mean, that's my retirement plan. What's your retirement plan? Do you have one at the moment? And if not, are you going to be making one? Like I said, the pension calculator is a really, really useful tool. And if you're looking for more ways to get financially secure, or even for more like job searching advice and more confident, then this is the channel for you. Why not press subscribe or watch one of the couple of videos that will appear on your screen right now, and press the like button while you're there. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. So, oh Jesus, this is a self-invested